Beloved, I am that I am. We in the company of heaven greet you with deep unconditional love and gratitude. We bow to you in oneness for all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will be, and that you will do on behalf of all that is. Your being here on earth at this time of massive planetary changes within all aspects of human existence has been meticulously planned in great detail from the beginning of your adventures on earth. Everything that you had gone through or experienced in many of your past lives, beloved, I am that I am. We in the company of heaven greet you with deep unconditional love and gratitude. Beloved, I am that I am. We in the company of heaven greet you with deep unconditional love and gratitude. We bow to you in oneness for all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will be, and that you will do on behalf of all that is. Your being here on earth at this time of massive planetary changes within all aspects of human existence has been meticulously planned in great detail from the beginning of your adventures on earth. Everything that you had gone through or experienced in many of your past lives had brought you to this moment in time when you are ready to return to the I am within. All of you have a very important role to play to ensure the success of Earth and the human collective's ascension into 5D. You, through the mission or the purpose that you had chosen for yourself and that we had helped create, you are meant to awaken many people and show them the path back into our arms of infinite, unconditional love. The path that you will show others may be different from the path of another light workers, and that is by design, because there are numerous routes up the mountain in the journey to the mountaintop where the I am can be found. Most of you reading this have chosen to walk the path of service to the light and love. Your heart is the purest of the pure. Your bravery, courage, and strength are legendary, famous, and greatly known throughout heaven. Your willingness to be of service to us, your Father, Mother, God, and to all in existence is constant and never changing. Your mind, your heart, and your soul beat as one with ours. Our will is your will, and your will is our will, for we speak as one. We act as one. You are all our most faithful servants. And just as you are our beloved servants of the living God, so are we your beloved servants of love. We are here to serve you, just as you are here to serve us and to serve all within the kingdom of heaven. Truly, our true messengers of the light can be identified by how much they are willing to be of service to others. Some of you here already knew the types of past lives you had chosen and experienced for yourselves on earth. In some of them, you are not playing the role of someone living in the light, but these lifetimes were few indeed when compared to the number of lives you had lived here on earth. The majority of the time you had chosen to raise the consciousness of the entire human collective by spreading messages of love, freedom, compassion, peace, abundance, joy, and oneness in one way or another. Some of you here had died many times in service to the light, or had greatly suffered for your faith or for your belief in the one God and for spreading our messages. Some of you here had also in the past decided to play the roles of people who were top leaders of nations, religious groups, or ruling societies to change humanity's 3D ways of being from within. You are playing the role of someone who was born or who was naturally meant to be within those usually exclusive communities. In other words, you are often our planted spy, our agent of light and love in groups or in organizations where light and love were either non-existent or so conditionally third-dimensional as long as you constantly obeyed those organizational rules or regulations. Even when your life missions had seemingly failed, especially when viewed from a lower dimensional perspective, you never faltered and you never gave up. In fact, we are here to tell you that all of your missions woven throughout the fabric of time to raise humanity's consciousness were a complete success. Every single one of them was a success when viewed from a multidimensional, higher perspective. We could easily see how your words, your feelings, thoughts, and actions had rippled out globally, raising the consciousness of all from a primitive level that was all about survival of the fittest to the highest level where it currently resides. It is now gradually changing to all about service to the light and to the love that is one with God. Humanity's consciousness, also known as humanity's light quotient level, is now the highest it has ever been, ever since the last great golden age of Atlantis. And this success can be greatly attributed to all of you listening to this today. For example, some of you here were instrumental in permanently abolishing slavery. Some of you were responsible in the awakening of the energies of the divine feminine in the world, without which ascension would not have been possible. And you did this by standing up for women's rights as victims and or as their protectors. Some of you here had also been the guardians of the flames of freedom, justice, and liberty in ways that you cannot fully comprehend or remember just yet. These were just a few examples of aspects of human existence you had helped to change simply by deciding to lend your light and to be of service to humanity and for us all. Many things that had happened on earth had also occurred or are currently occurring in many other third-dimensional planets as well throughout your Milky Way galaxy. For example, endless war, suffering, poverty, separation consciousness. As a nexus planet, what happens to Earth will soon reverberate and likely happen to many other planets as well. And truly, at the risk of perhaps sounding dramatic when saying this simple truth, the fate of the entire galaxy hangs in the balance. As you may remember from one of the teachings shared in Adele's group meetings last year, if you were a member then. And Earth, as the nexus planet, is truly the key. And this, our beloved, is the reason, the sole reason why you are here. Earth is receiving so much of heaven's support, the scale of which has never occurred elsewhere in this universe before. Because what happens here will truly affect trillions of other souls within this galaxy. And of course, if we were to view it from a universal perspective, what is happening right now on this one small planet called Earth that is located in the outer reach of this galaxy will have tremendous after effects the likes that none has seen before. In fact, not long after the exact moment of Earth and humanity's ascension to the fifth dimension, this entire universe will be uplifted and raised in consciousness to a level that we have greatly desired, but can only dream of having so far. This is what is called the Great Correction, that highly evolved beings who are in charge of this particular universe had meticulously planned with every single one of you here who had attended the Great Conclave as your higher selves. And now, positive results are showing. And we cannot be happier. Massive celebrations are being held everywhere, loved ones. As your family of light celebrates your successes with deep gratitude and overflowing joy. Truly, if you could see yourself not as the seemingly small microcosm of light that you once thought yourself to be, instead, if you could see yourself as great beings of light who had achieved what many highly evolved beings in heaven's hierarchy had once thought was impossible to do or to achieve, just as we see you, then your life will be so much different right now. The time is now, loved ones, to fully embrace your greatness. Leave behind all feelings of being small, weak, helpless, unimportant, or unworthy. Instead, snuggle more closely with your higher self from now on by dedicating a special time every day to do this without fail. And soon, the greatness that is your I am will be your greatness. The great love that is your I am will be your great love for all. It is also time to leave behind all doubts, mistrust, hurts, fears, worries about working for the light or about working for God or for your higher self. We are your eternal partners in this massive planetary ascension project. So if you have any lingering negative or mixed feelings about what you are being called to do from this point onward, please put those burdens down and walk forward in your paths, completely unencumbered by the ghostly, energetic remnants coming from the weight of what had happened in your many past lives. The past lives that you had chosen and designed for yourselves. Fear not, loved ones, for your physical safety, your reputation, your livelihood, and your comfort are fully guaranteed. If you were to walk this path with us faithfully, for this is the lifetime for all of you to shine so brightly with your complete set of soul powers. This lifetime is the culmination of all your hard work, as you will once again lead from the front, and you will succeed in all of your grand global objectives and individual goals. This is also the lifetime where all of you listening to this are very much the physical embodiment or the physical representatives of your God self, the higher self that is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent as I am. And as your higher self's physical embodiment in every way, the task falls upon you for you to master your spiritual mastery sooner rather than later. And we ask that you give this your 100% focus so that by the time the year 2019 ends, you will already be walking around as your all-powerful God self 100% of the time. You will also have left behind all of your 3D fears, insecurities, worries, and doubts, and you will have flown to greater heights, completely adopting the many or all of our divine attributes. the attributes or qualities of your Father, Mother, God. Today, loved ones, we are here to give you the final key that will give you full and complete access to the magical wonders of the kingdom of God. This is truly the final key to your transformation, to becoming and fully embodying your higher self, and to accessing all of your soul powers for the higher good of all. And the key is the Hebrew mantra recited many times in the above YouTube video. Kadosh, 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 Adonai, TZ'VAOT. The translation for this Hebrew mantra is this: Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God of hosts, the Almighty Father, who was and who is and who will forever be. Hebrew is one of the few ancient languages used as the keys to activate higher consciousness on earth. So it should come as no surprise that this key must be spoken or recited in its origin language of Hebrew and not its English translation. And this is due to the light vibrations of sound that is coming from this powerful mantra. This salutation that is used by all in the company of heaven is truly the key to your return to full oneness with all that is. The main benefits of reciting this powerful mantra often, daily, is number one, to bring the highest, the purest vibration of the throne of God in heaven into your energy fields, into your house, and into your space. This mantra contains the purest vibration of divine, unconditional love. The second benefit would be for those who are perhaps new at discernment and who would like to have a channeling ability perhaps. Use this mantra to discern the information that you receive when you are channeling, to make sure only beings of the highest light are the ones being channeled. The third benefit is when you are using this mantra, you are also effectively bridging heaven to earth. So the more often you do it, the sooner earth will become a replica of your heavenly home. You will be accelerating and powerfully contributing to the ascension process in this way. There are many other benefits to this mantra, but the three mentioned earlier should suffice for now. We would like to invite all of you to recite this mantra out loud as often as possible during your waking moments. For those of you who prefer to master your spiritual mastery sooner rather than later, We would highly recommend for you to do it 108 times per day, every day. You may wish to use a mala, which is prayer beads used by many for chanting or for meditation, so that you can easily keep track of where you are in your chanting. Or you can simply watch the video, the YouTube video that Adele had attached to this channeled message. 108 times per day seems a lot, but it will only take anywhere between 20 to 25 minutes of your time per day, depending on your devotion and perhaps your speed. Do this for a minimum of 30 days and then observe, just simply observe, loved ones, how your life will change as a result of this powerful spiritual practice when done with great discipline. Your dedication, your commitment, and your devotion to service to the God of light and the God of love will be rewarded beyond measure. Your growth will be exponential, and your existing spiritual abilities will be strengthened like never before, with more abilities on their way to be used for the highest good of all on planet Earth. You are ready for greatness, beloved. And we are here today extending our hands and our invitation to once again fully become the great I am within. Commune with us, your Father, Mother, God, your I am, more often daily, as within our embrace is the one place where you are most often longing to go. Within our embrace lies home. And home is where you are at your most powerful, but it is also the one place where you know without a doubt that you are the light and the love of God. You were sent by God to spread light and love so that all incarnated souls who wish to ascend can successfully do so, influenced by your presence and by your personal contribution here on earth. We are here for you always, ready and waiting for you to return to the full embrace of your unblemished, magnificent self. The self that is gloriously powerful and mighty. The self who actually revels at the magnitude of the task before them, as opposed to the self who maybe are trembling in fear or in trepidation. Come and take our hands, our beloved. We are ready only if you are. Loving you always, Father, Mother, God.